Fallout 4, you say?
Kill yourself.
Alright, let's go. How do I even pronounce this first one?
That is pronounced Acadia.
Oh, it looks like Awadia. It looks like an O.
No, it's a C.
Okay.
So since you're ranking, first things first, I think we should establish what metric do you want to rank these factions based off of? Are you
Okay.
ranking them? Are we going to rank them narratively, as in how cool you think they're written, or how cool of a concept they are, or
Morality.
morality?
D.
Oh,
D. D. D.
yeah, no. There are plenty of morally good factions and morally great factions. So, Acadia is a refuge for android who are freed from what debatably could be called slavery by an organization called the Institute, and we'll get to them later. They are, they're they're located in Maine. They're in the DLC
What the
Far
fuck?
Harbor. I know, right? Immediate D tier for being in Maine. But
You can't see my screen, but I did throw them in D tier for the time being.
You might think that oh my gosh, it's a slave refuge. They've got to be morally good. But their leader is a guy named Dima, and Dima is willing to exterminate people if it means keeping peace on this island that he lives on. And he has, countermeasures in place to completely wipe out two other factions, which we will probably also get into.
I see. Is that it?
That's pretty much it. I mean, unless you have any other questions.
C tier. Boring.
Boring. All right. Hey, speaking of those factions, so the Children of Atom are a cult that worships radiation, and that is pretty much their entire shtick. In Fallout 3, they're kind of a nothing burger because they're kind of just like, oh, they're set dressing. But I'm going to assume that Children of Atom have to use Fallout 4 imagery from they use Fallout 4 imagery. I'm going to assume it's the Fallout 4 version of the Children of Atom, who are mostly extremely they're all zealots. They all are willing to fight and die for their religion. They will happily purge heretics with a few exceptions.
And their entire goal is just more radiation.
Their basic ideology is that the atoms that make up a person contain infinite universes within them, and when they get nuked, they're just making more universes. So it's like a rebirth cult. Now they don't force their religion on other people, but they have, and in some places they will coexist with others who don't share their faiths. So it's kind of like it's a church with multiple sects. There's the Fallout 3 sect, which is very peaceful and charitable, and the Fallout 4 sect, which is we will kill you if you do not believe in our faith.
B tier. Because I like the idea that they're just like, yeah, more nukes. Oh, waiter, more radioactive isotopes, please.
Luberich Caravan Company. Oh fuck! I've not played enough Fallout 76 to be able to comment on this much. They are a caravan.
Oh, they're from Fallout 76. Okay, D tier. All right,
we can skip that.
Lions Brotherhood of Steel.
Okay, so we're gonna get into the Brotherhood of Steel's ideology first. So the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 1 and 2 are basically isolationist tech hoarders. However, Lyons, Lyons is the guy in charge, Elder Owen Lyons, rolls up into Washington D.C. and says, we could hoard this technology to keep people from hurting themselves with it. But why would we do that? Well, we could go on the offensive and go take out the dangers. So basically, their entire shtick is getting a water purifier working and exterminating mutants that are dangerous to other people. They still have a little bit of bigotry, though. They don't like. They are a little bit bigoted. They don't like mutants, even the ones that are friendly.
Bigotry's not based. I'm thinking it over. Bigotry's pretty unbased, pretty cringe and unbased.
bigotry. This is bigotry in the sense of mutants versus humans, rather than classifying humans as different things. They see mutants as inferior, even mutants who have human level intelligence and are capable of reasoning. But the issue is that the mutants are sometimes actually dangerous.
And they also are just like, yeah, let's murder with guns to keep the peace.
Largely, yeah.
Yeah, fuck these guys. C tier.
Wow, you're ranking the Lions Brotherhood of Steel on the same level as Acadia? Okay. Who's next?
You'll learn soon that this is pretty nonsensical.
True. So what's next? What's next?
Boomers.
Oh, this is one of my favorite factions in Fallout. So the cranky old man who sits on his porch with a shotgun.
Storms a brewing.
Yeah, the really cranky guy like yells at people to get off their lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the boomers on steroids. Well, the boomers are that on steroids.
Yeah.
They occupy a pre-war military base and an air force base, and their entire ideology boils down to two things. One, we open up with artillery on anyone who enters our land, and two, we want to fly one day. We want bomber planes. They're basically they are in a way a cult of like World War II fighter aces. I think you can tell why they're one of my favorites.
They are in fact the Night Witches.
They are xenophobic, but in the sense of we can't trust outsiders, so we're just gonna blow them up.
I do like a good old grandpa faction. They don't get S tier because there's still a lot of wanton murder going on, but I don't think there's going to be anything on here that hasn't committed some atrocities, so.
Okay, next.
I'm like, okay, when you were explaining Brotherhood of Steel, I was like, I've heard this before in the Fallout lore episode. I wonder why I haven't uploaded that to the channel. And then I remembered that's the episode where I was actually not present and you were just speaking absent-mindedly to yourself in a horrifying delusion episode.
I was schizophrenic.
Yeah.
So next up.
Arthur's boss.
Arthur's Brotherhood. Yeah, we have to go through some of the Brotherhood chapters. So this is in reference to Elder Arthur Maxson, who's the brother who leads the Brotherhood in Fallout 4. You remember the Lions Brotherhood from like 5 minutes ago? How their entire shtick is we protect the wasteland from the dangers and aim to help them. Ultimately, yeah, these people are that, but like Nazis.
Oh.
They don't aim to help the wasteland. They aim to keep the wasteland safe from these atrocities by just killing them. So imagine the Lions Brotherhood without the whole water purifier angle, and you got Maxon's Brotherhood. They literally have like fascist iconography. It's fucking.
That's great.
I'm not giving this neutral. I'm not treating this like it's a neutral thing. I am telling you that these guys are fucked up. Trust me, and you think this is bad? This is not the most fucked up faction on the list.
I wouldn't expect it to be. I mean, I like that the thumbnail for the Enclave is the opening scene of Fallout 2 where they just massacre people.
We'll get to that.
Appalachian Brotherhood of Steel.
Where are we putting Arthur's Brotherhood? At D tier?
Yeah, I put it in D tier.
Now, the Appalachian Brotherhood is way closer to Lions Brotherhood in the sense that they do actually care about helping the people. However, they aren't xenophobic.
They aren't xenophobic?
Nope, they're just kind of assholes.
To what extent?
They don't work, but in Fallout 76 lore, they don't. Despite the fact that there's this massive disease that they're the only people that could wipe out, they just choose not to, because it's not that big of a threat to them immediately. And the moment that they go after it, it's become too big of an issue in order to solve. They get fucked by it. Everyone gets fucked by it.
I mean, I'm a lazy ass.
They're kind of lazy. They hoard their shit and they don't want to help other people. But ultimately, they do kind of have the best in mind for everyone at the end of the day.
Even if they suck at it.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm throwing it in B.
Wow. Okay.
What?
Hey, you know what? You know how I said a couple of minutes ago how fascists weren't the bottom of the barrel? Welcome to Caesar's Legion. The bad guys. Imagine the
Yeah,
Roman Empire.
they're the like after you kill Wayne in Fallout New Vegas, it's this guy you go after, right?
This is one of the joinable factions, and it is by far easily the worst. Caesar's Legion is led by a guy named Caesar. It is basically a bunch of I know, right? Who would have fucking thought?
What the fuck?
What? Well, actually, his name's Edward.
I thought. Okay, I just went trick or treating at a zoo. I was about to dig into this neat little rainbow box of candy, except no, it's not candy. It's 4 crayons. I don't want to eat 4 crayons.
What?
Do I have to?
You're not a Marine?
No, the purple ones are bad for you.
You don't get any dessert until after you've eaten
Stop
crayon.
laughing at me, Cecil. I'm not eating crayons no matter what you tell me to do. Oh no!
You need to learn to stop throwing things at me.
So imagine, if you will, you take your stereotypical like tribe, like imagine all the fancy tribes that had emerged from after the war, and we've already covered the boomers for one of them. We'll get into a couple of the other ones. Now imagine this one guy says, "Fuck your individuality, you're joining my legion." And what does this legion want?
Power.
Women. Let's see. Women are not strong enough to join the military. The only place a woman belongs is in the kitchen. If you don't submit to the legion, you are wrong. If drugs, bad. Which you think, wow, that's kind of a hot take. But I mean, drugs, yeah, all drugs. Period. No medicine.
Diabetics all die.
Yes. You don't. No medicine. No. You.
Ted Kaczynski looking ass.
Yeah, literally. The Industrial Revolution. His entire ideology is the Industrial Revolution and its consequence of it. It is a disaster for the human race. You break your leg, you'll throw powder on it. Use a gun against him. And use a gun, and he's like, "Oh my god, you know no honor. You're a coward." They have some very strong Roman iconography, so they burn people on tire pits and crucify them.
And that's why there's crucified people all over New Vegas.
Yeah, because the Legion does it. You can crucify Wayne.
Yo!
Immediate S tier.
Yeah, going straight from D to S. No.
Crucify Wayne.
Stays in D.
Who would have thought? Okay,
Where's the Wayne faction?
We'll get there.
Really? There is one?
Yeah, Wayne's in a faction. We'll get there. So the Children of the Cathedral are the main antagonists in Fallout 1. In air quotes. They're led by a guy called the Master, who you may have heard of before.
Nah.
And the Master's entire thing is he wants to turn all of humanity into mutant kind, which is a bad thing because mutants are sterile and they cannot reproduce. However, the Master doesn't know that. So what he's doing is he thinks he's doing what is best for the entire world, but in actuality, he's dooming humanity based on ignorance. If you tell him this, he kills himself.
Good for him. That's it?
That's pretty much it. I mean, he's developed.
A tier. Funny.
A tier funny. Wow, the Children of Cathedral. Okay. The Atom Cats. Oh, I fucking love these guys. You know, like the stereotypical 1950s greaser?
Mm-hmm.
Slicked back hair, like leather jacket, toothpick in the mouth, working on like your fucking Cadillac.
Yeah.
Replace the Cadillac with a suit of mechanized combat armor. That's it. That is their entire ideology. They're the cool kids. They are the cool kids, and they will let you know that they're the cool kids. Also, they do poetry nights.
Fallout is cartoonish.
Yes.
Also, maybe S tier, because that's just silly.
It
Is there like a
so-
twist? Is there a twist? Is there a reason I should not S tier these guys?
What, you want me to reveal, like, oh, but they're actually cannibals, or they're power armors powered by fetuses? No,
I mean, neither of those would alter my ranking.
because those are based.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there is no twist. There's no, they're robbing people. They are genuinely a bunch of helpful people. One of the side quests you do for them is just helping some settlement across the pond fix their, like, water purifier or something.
Yo, like in
There-
Fallout 1, it's 1, right?
It's Fallout 3. It's in Fallout 1 with the water ship. That is the entire shit. There is no twist. There is no secret ending. There is no, we are deep.
There
down
is no
cannibals.
Tooth Fairy, there is no Queen of England.
And there is no twist to the Atom Cats. They're just goofy.
Chairman.
This is Wayne's faction. You know
Yo,
how,
S tier!
You know how Wayne New Vegas speaks?
Wayne tier!
Do we want to make a Wayne tier?
I'm adding a Wayne tier.
Is that the highest or the lowest tier?
It's the highest, obviously.
Okay, imagine an entire faction that just speaks like fucking Benny does. I mean Wayne.
Wrong name, fucker.
In case you're a Fallout fan who's never tuned to this podcast, it's an inside joke where Benny from Fallout New Vegas is actually named Wayne. His name is what is it? Wayne Fallout New Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that the chairman is literally just a group consisting of Wayne, and Wayne.
Is it literally just him?
No, there's other people that just act just like him.
Oh.
And the guy who mans the front desk is named Swank. Chinese, huh? There's not much to the Chinese, honestly. The thing is, the Chinese are really a fucking weird faction because in almost every situation they're hostile. Where are you going?
Nowhere!
I'm talking to Jag. This little shit is trying to leave.
Bucko, the Jag is a wrench. It can't run.
Fine, leave, go. If you clearly hate me. She was just whimpering and wanted to leave. Anyway,
What did you do to her?
nothing. She just didn't want to leave. She's become shit. See, the Chinese. They're the Chinese. They're kind of just the pre-war Chinese government. Which, if you know Fallout lore, they kind of nuked the U.S. The U.S. also nuked China. And then Voltec apparently nuked everyone because fuck you. Is Voltec on this tier list?
No. That's kind of
So what do you
bizarre.
think? Yeah, there's a handful of like Chinese spy cells and like a submarine that's.
I mean, fucking C tier, that's boring as hell.
I like these next guys. Covenant is probably one of the best parts of Fallout 4, and I will accept no criticism. Covenant is you walk in and it's just like it is a really nice, really friendly town. There's and the thing is,
They actually
there's the twin.
did
There's-
9/11.
No, they didn't. They did not do 9/11.
Fuck! Oh wait, 9/11 doesn't exist in Fallout.
Nope. The Twin Towers were never built, as far as I can tell. But yeah, Covenant is a front for a bunch of people who were negatively impacted by those androids I mentioned earlier. And their entire goal is they have a secret organization, they have like a secret compound. And what they're doing is they are working on trying to psychologically evaluate a person in order to determine if they're an android or not. So they can eliminate these androids and save the wasteland or just kill innocent androids, depending on your perspective.
So everyone's like, it feels like every faction is just like fighting their own like perceived war when there's like actually like kind of nothing happening outside of interfactional conflict
We'll get there.
and race wars.
We'll get there. So what do we think? What do we think about these guys?
I don't know, they sound kind of like Scientologists.
We'll get there.
I figured. I think you've like said something about there being something that's like
Yes, I
Scientology.
have. It was one of the. I think it was the last episode you uploaded. It's where we're ranking these guys.
B tier.
B tier, they're boring. All right, we can rank the next three together. Imagine what would happen if you played a bunch of sociopaths, a bunch of knives and guns, and then nuked the world and told them to have fun.
So they're just, yeah, we kill people, and
We
that you're
kill
supposed to
people.
find that interesting.
Kill people and steal shit.
Oh, that's daring today, aren't we?
And sometimes we do drugs.
What kind of drugs?
Combat drugs, stimulants.
Oh, boring as
steroids.
fuck. Hit me up when you're doing dipped. D tier. D tier. D tier.
It's fucking boring.
He said it's
You go
Crater
through-
Raiders, Disciples, and Blood Eagles. They're all just like
Anyway, guess who's next?
next again.
It's the U.S. enclave, the last vestiges of the U.S. government.
Oh, I didn't know they were U.S.
Yeah, they're the U.S. government. We've got the enclave is the oldest faction in Fallout, aside of maybe the Chinese government, if you want to count that, because they existed before the war.
Oh.
And then the war happened, and everyone was just like, "Oh, well, the Enclave doesn't have a government to hide out around."
And to be clear, bombs fell in 2076, right?
2077.
Okay.
You were 1 year off.
And the like cultural divergence is just that, or like the timeline divergence from our own is just like that the U.S.
1950s.
like never really it's got kind of caught in a cultural bubble from the 1950s onward.
It got caught
Just
in a
never really
cultural bubble
progressed.
from the 1950s. It never progressed like culturally from the 1950s onward, and some technology was never invented. Like the transistor never came to be a major thing. But anyway, the Enclave. The Enclave is a lot of fucking factions all at once. But basically there's three main cells. There's the ones from Fallout 2, the ones from Fallout 3, and the ones from Fallout 76. In Fallout 2, they
Massacre innocents.
yes, literally. They will kill people for the sake of killing people. Their entire plan in Fallout, they are the main antagonists, and their entire plan is to release a virus into the air to kill everyone with any sort of genetic mutations whatsoever.
God, everyone just hates the mutants.
Yep. Bethesda and Black Ops trying to write a plot line that isn't mutants bad, lol.
Okay. Currently in D tier. Tell me about the next game.
In Fallout 3, the Enclave... Remember that water purifier I mentioned that Lion's Brotherhood wanted to control?
Sure.
Well, basically, the plotline of Fallout 3 revolves around this massive water purifier that's going to bring clean drinking water to the entire well, maybe not wasteland, but the entire region. The Enclave wants to control it. That's it. They don't want to poison it. Well, okay, depending on who you ask. President Eden wants to poison it, but Colonel Autumn, who controls all the humans in the Enclave, doesn't. So as a general rule, you can basically think Eden's just like this bad actor who just kind of tries to persuade the player character to work.
Oh, it's just a few bad apples.
Okay, but seriously, Colonel
Staying
Autumn
in D tier.
No, Colonel Autumn hates President Eden because President Eden wants to poison all the Wastelanders. Colonel Autumn just wants the water purifier under Enclave control because he thinks the Brotherhood can't be trusted with it.
Tell me about the 76 Enclave.
Guess what they're interested in?
Nazism.
No, nuking China.
Wayne tier, boy! Me when I'm inciting violence against a real world country. That's so funny.
No, that's it. They want to nuke China and eventually reclaim America. That is the Enclave's end goal. They aren't genocidal for the sake of being genocidal, but genocidal because they see what they do is best for America, and they want to rebuild America. One America, one Enclave, now and forever.
Yeah, I don't even know what criteria I'm ranking these on, but Enclave is going in D tier because
I'm
morals.
killing you. The family is the worst fucking faction in Fallout, and I will accept no fucking slander. And I will accept no fucking... Imagine, if you will, these guys are cannibals, but it's okay because they only drink the blood.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
That's it. That's their entire shtick.
That's all they
want to be
are.
They want to be vampires. They call themselves vampires.
See, because I mean, at least it's more interesting than, yeah, I want power. Yeah, I want to kill insert
Man.
group here. But also, like, I mean, grow a pair, eat the flesh.
Followers of the apocalypse. Imagine Christians,
D
but
tier.
the good kind. But the good Christians who actually want to help people.
Who?
They're doctors and scholars and librarians, and they love spreading knowledge and helping people, and then spreading knowledge and providing medical attention and researching new ways to help people. They're just kind of anarchists. But anarchists in the sense of fuck your government regulation, I'm going to apply medical aid to this guy. I don't care if I don't have a medical license. I am trained. I'm qualified. I know what I'm doing. I know where the hippocampus is. And I say that, but like they're not actually bad. They're not actually like a bunch of dipshits who just want to be doctors. Laws be damned. They're like anarchists. It look like they want peace.
I know where
They
the
want peace
hippocampus
and love.
is. It's in Hippo University.
Ooh. But yeah, they're pretty much just like we want peace and love on planet Earth, and we're gonna do everything in our power to get it. Which means we're gonna stim pack everyone. I don't care. They don't care who you are. If you are injured, they will heal you. Unless you just like actively start just shooting their members, then you kind of get some flack. But
Just a little, though. They waggle a finger at you and go, "Oh, you."
there's also a Fall of the Apocalypse companion who I think is important to mention because he's tall as fuck and gay as fuck. And I know that's your type.
I don't know why that made me chuckle so much.
That's what we're
C
saying.
tier now.
You initially say, "Oh, we're ranking them off morality," and then you would just say, "Fuck it, we're not ranking them off morality. We're ranking them off how cool I think they are, how badass I think they
And
are."
then other sometimes I am ranking them off morality, and then other times I'm just like, no, good vibes.
Dude, I don't care how fucking evil. You know what? You put the boomers in A tier. I like you.
The Forged.
Uh,
Are they forged
How's
in
the-
fire? Do they make fucking like swords on national television?
how's that one Johnny Cash song go? I fell into a burning ring. Yeah, their entire thing is they're a fire cult. They love
Oh.
fire. They like pushing people into fire and fighting with flamethrowers and throwing Molotov cocktails at people. Their entire shtick is they like fire. They're just a cult of pyromaniacs.
This sounds like a Borderlands bit. I'm just half expecting Face McShooty to come out here.
We'll get there.
Whoa!
So what do we think about the fire cult?
Oh, they're an
Like,
S tier, bucko.
Huh?
S tier.
Oh, real? You just
Yeah.
there's just like the other rated which is like fire, but okay, S tier.
It's funny.
It is really funny. Okay, Foundation is
Wait until I show them napalm. They will undergo a revolution.
the pyromaniac revolution.
We need to get them a phlogistonator.
Foundation is is the complete antithesis to all the first people we just talked about. They want to rebuild. They want to make the world a better place. They want a schools own.
Hippies.
They want to restart the economy.
Ew.
They want yeah, that's pretty much it. They want to build shit.
Go play Minecraft, you fucking cocksuckers.
So I'm gonna take it they're really fucking bad.
They're in D tier.
Yeah, figured. So imagine, if you will, you take a bunch of convicts, a bunch of criminals, the worst of the worst that the gang has to offer.
And then give them dynamite.
Yes.
A tier.
Their entire shtick is they were in prison. They were working for the other group, and the other group was just like, "Here's your dynamite. Go build some rail lines." And they're just like, "This dynamite is very good at blowing through a rock. I wonder if I could blow up prison guards too." And they start stashing the dynamite. in their cells until they escape and start blowing everything up.
It's so cool.
God, I love explosives, like the boomers, but cringe. Uh, Imagine your stereotypical mercenary company, just like PMCs. That's the gunners. That's it. That's their shtick. They have a chain of command. They have air power. They're actually really strong, like lore-wise and mechanically, but you can't join them. They always are hostiles with a flare for some reason, but like one exception.
B.
True. They are on the same tier as the. Wow, I fucking hate you.
Why?
Because I love the boomers, and you're putting the gunners in the same tier as the fucking boomers.
No. Gunners are in B tier.
Oh, yeah,
Boomers are in A tier.
Fuck you. Dead horses are a tribe, and
Can I
I don't
beat
think I need to
them?
explain. You can beat them.
Yeah! A tier!
That's it. You don't want to hear about.
No, I'd like to hear.
Joshua Graham is in charge of the Dead Horses tribe at the time of Fallout New Vegas. The guy who has the funny gun says the funny quotes about God. He said, and then he says, "I survived because the fire inside me burned brighter than the fires around me. Can you say the same?" And then he fires all over the place.
And?
He's stunned. I don't know. Everyone loves Joshua Graham. Everyone who's played Fallout New Vegas likes Joshua Graham because he's the Mormon with the gun. Hey, remember the Scientologists I mentioned? These are the Scientologists I mentioned.
Alright. Anyway, the Institute.
Oh, you're just gonna skip them?
I've heard all I need to hear.
You're just gonna put them in D tier. Anyway, these guys are like the most technologically advanced faction in the world. They have teleportation technology and they can make androids. But they spend their time making like robotic gorillas and like replacing people with their androids.
Robotic gorilla sounds pretty base, dude.
Yeah, but they spent years and tons of resources making a pair of fucking synthetic gorillas.
You're only convincing me to place them higher.
They got their androids. Oh, they enslaved their androids. I don't see their androids as people, even though they have free will.
Ah. Well,
They
that
make
kept them
people.
from going into S tier.
So they're an A tier.
Yeah, they're an A tier.
God, my friends would fucking kill you.
Well, your friends can fucking answer to my pair of robotic gorillas that took 30,000 years and a, 20-digit budget to build.
Imagine a motorcycle club. Now, they'll give them more guns. And that's what the great cons are.
Okay. C tier.
That's it. Alright, I know where these guys are going. Imagine if you...
Okay, is there a reason I should put them anywhere but S tier? Like, do they sacrifice puppies or something?
Can I slowly explain it? Can I do my dramatic build-up?
Sure, let's do dramatic build-up.
They, imagine, if you will, a group of people. They are a gang, but they're the cool kind of gang. They're the kind of gang who will step up for the little guy. Some kids getting bullied by a bunch of guys. Like, three of these guys will roll up forwards and beat the shit out of the guy bullying that kid, right? They're cool as fuck. Like, yeah, they make you pay for the water, but that's because they have costs to cover. Right. You've got this mental idea.
They've got bills to pay. They've got taxes to pay, even though I'm sure taxes still exist in the post-apocalypse.
You'd be surprised. Basically, it's like a more aggressive neighborhood watch. Now give them all leather jackets to make them all talk like Elvis Presley. That's it. That's their entire thing.
Okay, yeah, they stay in S tier. Minutemen.
You know your world history. You know your.
I mean, I would assume their whole gimmick is they're like, yes, let's act like it's the Revolutionary War.
Pretty much, with these laser muskets. Their entire shtick is they basically want to take all the different little settlements, all the little towns and houses and farmsteads across the Commonwealth, and unite them under one flag and say, well, when shit gets real, we can all band together and fight.
Well, after everything I've heard about Fallout, I don't know why why this of all things got to me, but hearing the term laser muskets kind of sent me.
It is a musket that is hand cranked to charge its capacitors, and you can shoot off a blast of energy with it.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Me when we intentionally make it more cumbersome to represent loading a musket.
To be fair, I mean, it is cheap. Is it effective?
No.
It's cheap.
It's a cheap little handmade piece
Little
of shit.
Caesars. It's hot and it's ready.
Is it good? I said
It's hot and it's ready. Okay, Minutemen. B tier, I guess. They sound like they have probably okay-ish intentions, but they seem very dumb. But they're at least entertaining.
Also, that's the guy who's if you know anything about Fallout, you know
The
about
annoying guy.
the annoying guy who talks about settlements being marked on your map.
That he's a Minuteman.
Yeah, he's the leader of he was the leader. Well, he's the general of the Minutemen. Until he gets the player character, the general of the Minutemen, after knowing him for a week. But that's besides the point. The Mojave Brotherhood. The Mojave Brotherhood is like the other brotherhoods. They hide in a hole in the ground and don't do anything.
S tier.
They're basement dwellers.
Are they incels?
No, they got women.
Mm.
They got women. They reproduce.
Do the women have, like, hearts and blood and sentience, or
They have power armor.
are they fucking the power armor?
No.
Do you have proof
They're
of this?
Hold on, I know. Fuck. If only I had there's another admin. I talked in chat and like the text about N14, how that's a project I'm working on. And there's a Brotherhood nerd there, and I should totally just say, are they fucking the power armor? I should just clip when the video goes live. I'm gonna clip this and send this to you. So if you're listening to this, hi Zed. Z. It's not Zed because I'm fucking Canadian. God fucking damn it.
Quit being fucking Canadian, bitch.
Yeah, their entire shtick is we have guns, we have power armor, but we're gonna hide a hole in the ground.
Okay, real answer is probably B, because at least they're not like, they aren't Nazis like other two of the other brotherhoods, but they're they sound like they're cowards, and that's not all that interesting. Although, in complete counter to me saying that's not very interesting, I'm saying Cult of the Mothman?
Oh my god, yes. There's a cult in Fallout 76.
And they just
Who
really
sees
like
the
Mothman?
Who sees the Mothman as a religious entity that can see the future, and as such, pray to the Mothman for holy visions of what is to come. They see certain sites in the region as fucking holy because that's where the Mothman was spotted.
Okay, I think that's actually a really neat concept, and it's like, it plays off the actual folklore of the Mothman, so I think that gets to go in S tier. That's really neat, and also really funny.
Are you guys ready for a fucking 20-minute explanation as what the new California Republic is? Only for you to immediately put in D tier because it's California?
Thank God for Mississippi.
Thank God for it. Unfortunately, the new Mississippi Republic hasn't been founded yet.
Damn it, they would be the only F tier. Okay, NCR.
Imagine, if you will, America.
D tier. Immediate.
That's pretty much all the NCR is. They're basically a modern military force. Okay, I think they're more like Canada because they do believe in equality.
I mean, this
And
guy on the tier list does look kind of like a Mountie.
That's General Oliver. He's an asshole. Now these guys, think what the NCR is. They are a military force. They have industrialization. They have an army with divisions. They have an air force. But they're so horribly mismanaged that they're losing to a bunch of that they are in a war that is considered equal with the fucking Legion that I talked about. The guys who think that guns are dishonorable and who will use machetes instead.
Okay, so They're like real California, or like they have certain ideas that are neat, and it's like if you were proper, if you like did things correctly, you could be the best. But you fuck up at every possible opportunity, and therefore you have to go in like the middle of the pack at best.
Yeah, exactly. The Omertas. Imagine 1950s mobsters. That's it. That's their
Nice.
shtick.
They have Tommy guns.
No.
Damn it. Okay, C tier.
The only reason they didn't have Tommy guns is because the Tommy gun wasn't in the game. It was added as DLC, and they couldn't backport it.
That's fucked.
Consider
Is this New Vegas?
this is not the Omertas. Yes, the
Okay.
operators. No.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about the operators yet. I'm still in the Emeritus. So the fucking Obsidian. I'm gonna have some words with you. You should have put the Tommy gun in the game from the start. That's like a given. It's like a in your funny like 50s styled post-apocalyptic game, put in a Tommy gun. It is simple math.
There's a laser Tommy gun.
Why didn't they put in a regular one from the start?
I don't know.
God, just for that, C tier. Operators.
Fuck you. We kill and steal from people, and we kidnap people. We kill them. We steal them. But we're in it for the money.
S tier. No. You
We're
get to
not
go and
evil. We're not evil. We're just profiteering.
just
So
like
imagine-
V from Bug Fables
Yeah, basically.
would do
I mean,
anything for some cash.
Give V from Bug Fables an AK-47 and armor made out of sheet metal.
The fucking that one image that's Bug Fables story. Bug Fables if V had a gun, the entire rest of the story is just taking the gun away from V.
So imagine a group of women, one specific woman, one actress, who after the world goes to shit, starts taking in orphaned young girls into this big mansion she has, and starts training them to be super elite badass warriors. Now imagine her entire motive for doing this because she was an actress on a superhero movie. That's the order of mysteries in a nutshell.
A tier. That's neat. It's funny. I appreciate ones that are concise, funny, and compelling.
So imagine, if you will, the Mojave Brotherhood. Remember those guys?
The guys that do nothing.
Now imagine if they actually did something. That's
Okay.
the Outcasts. They just kind of wander around with guns and shoot mutants and hoard technology and yell at people and say, "Get out of here, outsider."
Okay. The shooting mutants thing reminds me of the Nazism, so you're going in C tier.
Yeah. Consider, we kill people and steal them, and we kill people and kidnap them and steal their stuff. But consider, we're doing it because we're the strongest, and everyone knows that the strong should always rule over the weak. Also,
D-tier.
we have a... Wow.
It's fucking boring.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's the most
Now
generic
consider-
villain plot possible.
Now consider, we enslave people. Okay, this one actually just had that was fun. That's the bit, but like the pit raiders do use slaves, and they are portrayed at the start of the game to be these fucking evil assholes. But at the end of the day, the guy in charge is only using slave labor because he needs to in order to rebuild his civilization, and he wants to get rid of slavery as fast as humanly possible.
Maybe if
He
you need
basically-
slavery to do something, then you shouldn't do it.
Okay.
D tier.
Okay, damn. What the fuck are these guys? The Free Radical. These are from Fallout 76. I don't know fuck all about these guys.
C tier because the name is a cool science reference.
I know, right? So remember the Institute and how they're making slavery
Yeah.
and stuff? Anyway, you want another historical analog? The Railroad frees androids. If you want another dichotomy between the Fallout factions, the Institute says, we built this toaster. It's property. The Brotherhood says, that toaster is dangerous. We need to shoot it. And the railroad says, this toaster's name is Tiffany and it has rights.
And the toaster says, I am a toaster.
Yes. Unfortunately, that is not on this tier list.
Damn it. Top 20
the
SCP.
Top 20 SCP. But yeah, the railroad.
I think I've heard people hate the railroad.
It's mainly because they're boring. You don't get to really be a secret agent much, despite the fact that they want to portray themselves like a secret agent thing. They use like dead drops and like code words and stuff like that. But like in actuality, most of their stuff is just the same as the fucking Minutemen ending, except you're expected to use a bolt action rifle for the entire time because you got a cool sniper rifle, guys.
C tier. It's kind of nothing.
The A team, but
Actually, no, B tier. You railroad gets to go to B tier because like good morals. Just like I don't know. I haven't seen a reason to care.
I have a guy named Nick who's gonna fucking kill you for putting the railroad higher than the Enclave. Anyway,
They're not.
The A team.
Are they higher than the Enclave? Oh yeah, most things are higher than the Enclave.
Yeah, I fucking hate you for that. Anyway, imagine the A team, but it's like in the post-apocalypse.
I never watched the A team.
A ragtag group of dipshits who barely get along, who run around doing the work that nobody else wants to do.
Like Lethal Company.
Lethal Company, you get it, but one of them has a minigun.
So Team Fortress 2!
Oh my god, yes, it literally is Team Fortress 2.
A ragtag group of idiots who barely get along doing the work no one else wants to do!
Yeah, it is literally they are literally red.
Okay, yeah. And this person in the thumbnail, that's Miss Pauling, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Enclave Remnants.
Where are we putting them? You didn't even say a letter.
S tier.
Oh, funny. Enclave Remnants. Imagine, if you will, the Enclave gets destroyed at the end of Fallout 2, and some of the people afterwards are sitting there like, well, I was in the Enclave, but I kind of feel a little bad about it.
Yeah?
Actually, no, none of them do feel bad about it. They're all just like fucking dismissive of it. Like, yeah, I was in the Enclave. Anyway. They're not just like, yeah, I'm not. I need to acknowledge that I was working for a fascist regime. They're just kind of like, yeah, I'm over it.
Me when Nazi scientists after Nuremberg and they just went to work for fucking NASA.
They went, yeah, Operation Paperclip. I mean, you can send them to work for the NCR, or Caesar's Legion, or nobody.
C tier, I don't really care.
Wow. So imagine what would happen at the end of the world, immediately after the end of the world.
I see like a knockoff Prim Slim.
Is the knockoff Prims? Is that what you're gonna gauge these guys off of? The image that they use as fucking as knockoff Prim Slim?
I'm not gauging them off that. I'm commenting.
So basically, after the end of the world, all the police and firefighters and EMTs are just like, well, shit, the federal government's gone, and the state government's gone. What the fuck do we do? Guys, we can make our own government. You're a great you're fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And that's their entire shtick. They're just like police and stuff, and they're like the followers of the apocalypse. Remember those guys? They want to help people, except they have guns and they're not afraid to shoot you if you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, sure. B tier.
Okay, now consider, we kill and steal things from people, and we burn down their homes, but consider, we have robots this time.
Dick tier.
So, guess who's protecting
The
the
Secret
US gold
Service.
reserve? Yeah, the US is still having their gold reserves protected by the Secret Service.
So this is just like the actual Secret Service?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
funny.
Yeah, the Secret Service is a faction in Fallout.
Yeah, that's funny. A tier.
These guys, we kill and steal and murder people, but we don't actually, because we're a bunch of pacifists. we had this whole ideology. We had an ideology, a whole religion, about the father in the caves, who's a fucking based character, and I fucking love him. But then this fucking guy came along. These two idiots named Joshua Graham and Daniel. They started talking amongst themselves about about this guy named Jesus. Jesus is the man in the cave, isn't he? So when you meet these guys in Fallout New Vegas, their entire shtick is we have our own ideology with like interwoven elements of Christianity into it. So we think that the father in the caves, who is this character you actually get to like learn his story of, is Jesus Christ. And
Is he Jesus Christ?
no. Well, I mean, he's like this. I mean, he's the second coming of Christ in written form, if you interpret it that way. Like he's the second coming. He's just so well fucking written. God, I fucking love this guy.
You done?
Pretty much.
C tier.
Now imagine, if you will, you know those guys who wear tinfoil hats and imagine and say that the government's poisoning you with contrails and there's lizard people in the government?
That, but it's real?
That, but it's real. But everything they say is fucking true. No, you don't know. Actually, even funnier. You have to no, I think a better explanation. Those doomsday preppers who built like fucking bunkers in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. It was like after the world ends, there's just go hide in a bunker. Yeah, that's basically these guys. They hate the government. Alright, so basically, imagine if West Virginia was even more inbred.
Oh god.
Why are these guys a faction? These guys are just like a nameless group of enemies. They're barely collectivized.
Talon. That's the next one.
Oh, you're just gonna skip. Okay, D.
I threw it in D.
I didn't hear you.
I didn't say it because I didn't think it garnered a response.
Consider.
It just looks like a Left 4 Dead enemy.
We kill and steal and burn people's houses down, but consider we get paid for it.
God. Be anything, please.
Okay. How about these guys? These guys are just kind of like hanging out one day, wandering through the wasteland, and they come across a tree. But that tree is a guy who can talk. And they're just like, this tree, he's pretty based, isn't he? Anyway, let's form a cult. You're basically, if you were in the Fallout world, your options are form a government your options in the Fallout world if you're building a faction are rebuild a government that's already been built,
Or form
a
a
cult, or kill people and steal their shit. So they started a cult to praise this tree as a god, and they're basically is just like, that's it. There's no like fucky wucky, no human sacrifice. They're just like, come my child, come bask in the holy tree's glory. Look at how comfortable it is. We have birds and shit.
Yeah, I like the birds and shit. That goes to B tier.
All right. This is why are these guys separate from the children of the cathedral? We're gonna put these guys right next to the fucking children of the cathedral. These are literally the exact same fucking guys.
Which one?
The Unity. That's just the master.
Oh, so I have seen that before.
Yeah. Anyway, the White Glove Society.
It's a really fucking cool image.
Yeah. I
Like
love the master.
It's really unsettling, visceral design, especially with the like fidelity of the early Fallout games. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
The White Glove Society. We are the epitome of decadence in the wasteland. We can produce the most delectable. We can make beef Wellington after the end of the world.
It's human, isn't it?
Yes, it's human.
Okay.
Well, no, they used to eat human, but they don't eat human. Except one guy is like, I want to eat human again. But then if he tells the other people, like, this guy's doing what? Mods, arrest him. Mods, beat him with a stick.
Mods, kill that guy with hammers.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, C tier.
And then last but not least, we kill and steal. We kill and kill and steal the people.
Steal and kill and steal, kill.
Consider we're doing it from Daddy Caesar.
God, fucking who cares?
I find it funny how somebody in the faction just Or just, we kill and steal from people, but consider. You did it! You ranked every faction in Fallout except the ones that weren't on the tier list.
I'm saving it as an image, and then you'll get to see the image after the video.
Okay. So
You're gonna hate it. It's gonna be so much worse when you can see it and like tangibly understand what I've done wrong.
okay, let's do. Now it's my turn to do a little tier list just for you.
Okay.
So we're looking at ultra kill weapons.
Ultra kill weapons based on, I guess realism is the best way to put it, but like honestly, you can just do it by vibes if you like, because none of them are realistic.
I'm not doing it. All of them are getting getting S tier because I think they're cool.
Okay.
Okay.
The first one is the Piercer.
The Piercer revolver.
I mean, all the revolvers have the base fire of just like pew pew. They just shoot. But the Piercer's alternate fire causes it to charge up like a lightning thing that pierces. It does a lot of damage. That's cool.
So it's it's a pistol that you can either do the very slow, you can do the fast shots, or you can do slower shots that deal way more damage.
With a cooldown afterwards. And it's like electric.
It looks like I mean, from what it says on the wiki, it says it's a railgun. So I like railgun pistol. I'll put this bitch in A tier.
Okay. Then the Slab Piercer is the same thing, but it's much heavier in terms of like the fire. It's way slower, does cool. Double damage.
It looks fucking cool. This is like a bull revolver. I fucking love bull barrels on revolvers. That's an SS tier, baby.
It's fun in game because like the regular pistol V1 just like shoots it and it's a recoil animation. With this thing, V1 shoots it and then has to like struggle a little bit to flick the hammer back up. It's silly.
Or back up?
Back down probably. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know guns, bitch.
Okay, next up, the same revolver, but it's green.
This one, the alt fire is different. It throws coins. This is the Ultra Kill coin meme.
Oh, SS tier.
this is the coins. And then the next one is the same thing, except it's the slab version.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the slab version in. I'm gonna put the slab version in SS tier and the normal version in S tier because the slab version looks cooler.
Yeah, that is the opinion that will get Ultra Kill players to kill you, but frankly, who gives a shit? I'm judging by the icon. Do these two bullet guns ricochet? It's called the Ricochet revolver.
No way.
Look at an animation of it if you can. V1 like spins it around on their finger and then it shoots out a ricochet shot. It's silly looking. And if you use a dual wield power up to hold more than one of this thing and you start charging up the ricochet shot, you will spin enough revolvers that it generates upward thrust and you can fly with it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I can see that.
And also the piercing shot causes other projectiles to explode. So like if somebody throws out a projectile, you could just hit it with the piercer or the ricochet and just have it explode in their face. Or you can fuck up and have it explode in your face, which is almost funnier.
I'm gonna put the ricochet versions of the revolver is just like right next to their, like right below their version. I'm gonna put the normal one right underneath the normal revolver. I'm gonna put the bull one right underneath the coin revolver. Actually, I'm gonna put the coin revolver on top because it's the funny coin gun.
You're gonna put both coins in SS tier?
Yeah, both coins are like SS tier, and then we're gonna put the normal.
So normal ricochets in A tier, and slab ricochets in S tier.
Yes.
Okay.
So this looks like a shotgun.
Yes, this is the core eject shotgun. At base, it just shoots pellets. It's cool. It's what a shotgun should do. But it's right click, it's alternate fire, causes it to shoot out an explosive grenade.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm looking at a video right now. It's pretty funny.
It's pretty neat. I'm really bad with it, but there's a lot of tech that can go into that grenade. Like, if you shoot it with your pistol, the grenade will explode early, just on demand. If you shoot it with a certain other weapon we'll get to later, it causes a nuke explosion.
Oh. I like this thing. I mean, it's just looks like
It's a shotgun and a grenade launcher mixed together, so it's kind of hard to go wrong with that.
I'll put that in A tier. I'll put that in A tier just above the funny ricochet gun.
Okay.
So
Okay.
next up, we're gonna
Pump
be
charge jackhammer, or not the pump charge, the core eject jackhammer. So with the revolver, its alternate version was just a heavier revolver called the slab. This thing is the shotgun becomes a jackhammer. You charge it up, and it fucking punches outwards, and it does damage based on how fast you're moving. And this thing in particular, when it shoots out the grenade, because it has the same grenade as the shotgun, the grenade carries your momentum, and if you hit it with the jackhammer, it'll fire out as a hit scan shot. Like, just you fucking shoot that grenade at Mach 10.
That is fucking dope.
It's really neat.
I'm gonna put that above the ricochet bull revolver in S tier. That shit's cool.
Now, pump charge shotgun. This thing's hilarious. At base, it shoots a little faster and does a little less damage than the regular shotgun, but you can pump it, and every pump makes it spread wider, but just adds more pellets to the shot. So you can pump it once for a regular shot, twice for a stronger shot, 3 times for a super strong shot, and if you pump it 4 times and then click to fire, instead of shooting out pellets, it just blows up in your face and does half your health and damage.
You can pump this thing like a fucking super soaker.
Exactly.
That is admirably fucking funny to me. I love that.
You can also dash the moment you cause the explosion to just dodge the damage, because that's how it works, I guess.
I'm gonna put this at the very bottom of SS tier. It's just funny.
And the pump charge jackhammer is the same thing, except instead of adding more pellets, it adds like a shockwave, and it still causes the explosion with the full pump.
I'll put that right underneath the normal pump. I think that's funny.
And then the sawed-on shotgun. It adds a chainsaw. You can just have a chainsaw. When you let go of the chainsaw button, you shoot it out on a rope, and it'll just cut shit. And you can parry it while it's on the rope to keep it out. And if you hit it with your, you have 2 arms, the parry arm and then the knuckle blaster, which is like a heavier hit. If you hit it with the knuckle blaster, you break the rope, and the chainsaw just starts flying around like a fucking, bat out of hell.
That is fucking amazing. That is going below both the coin guns.
And then the sawed-on jackhammer is the same thing, except hitting it with the jackhammer does the same thing as the knuckle blaster, just makes it go fucking flying. And because it's inherently a closer range weapon, it feels better to use it as a chainsaw.
God, the developers, when they made this game, were just like, yeah, let's make all the fun. Let's give all the players fun shit to play with.
The game has so much tech between the weapons, and every weapon is at least mildly funny.
So what's this next one? A minigun?
That is a nail gun. It is basically a minigun, but it shoots nails, which is interesting because the nails have very weird interactions with each other. This first nail gun is the attractor. It can shoot out magnets that attract nails to them. And when nails stick into a magnet or even stick into an enemy, that has different effects. You can shoot a magnet into the ground and then shoot a cloud of nails around it, and when the magnet expires, the nails will fly out like a bomb.
That is fucking cool. I just watched a video of it. That is fucking dope. I'm gonna put this in S tier. That's just a cool weapon concept, just in general.
And then its alternate is a saw blade launcher. So that's the attractor saw blade launcher. It's the same thing, except it's buzzsaws. Pale King weapon.
That is a top of S tier, only because I've never been a fan of buzzsaws as weapons in video games.
Next thing is the overcharge or overheat nail gun. instead of having magnets, it like built up heat into a heat sink, and when the heat sink hits max, you can hit your alternate fire, and you will shoot unbelievably fast for like a second. So you can shoot out more nails.
I'm looking at the video. Does that build heat off of all of your weapons?
No, just every nail gun.
Okay, every nail gun. That is fucking cool though. Just like having like a weapon, you're just like that is. God, they're so fucking cool. I'm gonna put this one. No, that is such a cool concept. I'm putting that one like bottom of SS tier.
And then this is the same thing, except it's the saw version. Except instead of shooting faster, it just shoots a massive like hot saw blade that does incredible damage and lasts for like years.
I don't know. I'm gonna put that one in B tier. It's not that interesting compared to like fucking coin gun.
It's good when you mix it together with the nail or with the magnet, because then you just have this giant orange saw blade swinging around a magnet, chopping up everything in the room. Okay, next thing. The, what's it called again? I don't know, it's something electric nail gun. You can shoot out like a little socket that attaches to enemies, and when it's attached, you shoot really fucking fast. And then every nail that hits the enemy that you're attached to will like stack damage on it. And when the like attachment breaks naturally, it'll like shock them, and the more nails that are in them, the more damage it does. And the enemy fucking explodes after it gets shocked, which kills everything around it.
That is cool in the fucking pump action. That is amazing. I'm gonna put that about the bull barrel. That is fucking just amazing weapon design. Holy shit.
Above the what?
That is just amazing weapon design. That's one above the fucking bull revolver, the heavy one.
So top of SS, our number one now.
No. The above the not above the coin gun. Above the other second place heavy revolver, the blue one.
Oh, you put the coin guns at the top? I didn't know that.
I did put the coins and guns at the very top.
It's
the funny meat beam. You gotta use that.
The saw blade version of the same thing. The only difference is that saws, when they hit enemies, instead of sticking in them and increasing the damage, it just makes the shock come out faster, which, in my opinion, is not all that interesting. I don't like it very much.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that one in B tier as well.
Next, the electric rail cannon. It is a railgun that shoots out a beam of electricity. It pierces everything, has a super long cooldown. I think every railgun has like a 15-second cooldown after you fire them. And this one in particular, if you shoot water with it, everything in the water will take a shitload of damage. So if you're like in an underwater stage and you fire this thing at all, you are going to like die.
Good. Funny.
You can.
Oh
wait, no. Never mind.
But it has infinite pierce, and but it shoots like once really very slowly.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put that like.
It's basically a stronger version of the first pistol's secondary.
Yeah, I'll put that like middle of S tier, like right below the basic jackhammer.
Okay. I also forgot to mention something with coins, just like a neat little thing with them. Coins can reflect hit scan shots. So like they're already literally at the top of the tier list, but in case you needed more reasoning to do that, any enemy that shoots out a hit scan attack, which is there's 3 of them, you can throw a coin in their way, and if you like perfectly block off where they're about to shoot, it will just instantly kill them.
Oh.
It's called a chargeback. It only works on 2 of them. There's one whose hit scan attack is like just a minigun, so it does almost nothing. But against the other 2, it just fucking causes them to explode instantly. It's really funny.
So this is a railgun with a drill bit.
Yes, it shoots out a screwdriver. Well, it's called a screwdriver, but it's a drill bit that sticks into the enemy and causes them to take a bunch of damage and bleed, which allows you to heal off it. And also, I think if you punch them with the blue parry hand, it will shoot the drill out, and it'll, like, hit another enemy. It's either the blue hand or the red hand, one of the two.
So you shoot someone with it, it does a fuck ton of damage, and then they start taking DOT, which you can heal off of. I think that's pretty cool.
Yep.
I'll put that, like, just below the baseline. The baseline. I'll put the top of S tier.
Okay. This is the malicious rail cannon. So one of the enemies that I mentioned that has a hit scan attack is the malicious face, who shoots out an explosion that's like hit scan. And this thing just copies that attack verbatim. So you just shoot out a hit scan explosion that has a really wide radius, does a bunch of damage, and this is what you use to create nukes. If you shoot a core from the shotgun or the jackhammer into the air and then shoot it with this thing, it basically clears out almost any room in the game. And also, if you get hit by it, you get sent flying. So some people use that as a speed tech.
I mean, you can rocket jump with it, and rocket jumping's base. That's going above the sawn-on shot. That's going above the sawn-on shotgun.
So speaking of rocket jumping, here's the rocket launcher. In this game, rockets don't do damage if they hit a surface, but they do if they land a direct hit. And they cause even bigger explosions if they land a direct hit while the target is in the air. This is the freeze frame rocket launcher, allows you to freeze all rockets in place and then let go at any time. So you can, like, create traps and shit. But the most interesting part of that is that if you freeze a rocket, then jump on top of it, then unfreeze, you can pilot it around and fly on it for a couple seconds.
Alright, it's going immediately above the malicious railgun. That is fucking amazing.
It's great. I'm terrible at it, and it's hard, but it's really cool.
Fuck rocket jumping. We're rocket surfing now.
Exactly. And the next thing is the SRS cannon.
Does it shoot bowling balls?
It shoots out a massive cannonball. The cannonball has a bunch of interesting properties, like its speed and damage depend on how far you charge it. And you can parry it. It's parry it to send it flying and do a bunch of damage. So what you can do is charge up the cannonball, shoot it at an enemy, it'll bounce off the enemy, then you can grab it with your grappling hook, bring it to you, parry it, and then have it hit the enemy a second time. Or, even better, you can shoot the cannonball at an enemy, then jump directly above the enemy and parry downwards to parry the ball into their feet. And you get a special style bonus for that called Dunked.
So you're telling me that Ultra Kill has a weapon that lets you land double donks?
Yes.
That is going right above. That is actually the best weapon in the game. Fuck the coin gun. That is SS gear. That is fucking hilarious.
I love that. It's really fun. I love that thing.
Yeah, all you need to do is make it a mod that plays the double donk sound effect when you get a double donk.
This is the fire starter. It shoots out oil. And if you shoot the oil with a rocket or any form of explosion, it will immediately catch fire and kill anything near it. But you can also shoot the oil on the ground and then walk on top of it, and it'll keep your momentum. Which means you can... It's this weird tech where you can, like, slide and shoot oil in front of you, and it'll cause you to build up immense speed just by sliding on the oil. So you can, like, skate with this thing.
That is going right below the fucking coin revolvers. That is fucking hilarious. Ultra Kill. Why make a bad weapon?
The worst weapons are still B tier. And honestly, I agree with you on that. Like, I think they're kind of boring, but they're still fucking saw blade launchers. Anyway, the fists. The blue fist is the feedbacker. It parries almost anything, including some of your own attacks. For instance, the shotguns. When you shoot out a shotgun blast and then parry immediately after, you will parry one of your own shotgun pellets and make it explosive.
That's cool, but it's not that cool. I'm gonna put it bottom of A tier.
Oh my god! What about the fucking, there's a boss in the game, the Corpse of King Minos, which is a giant, just literally just a giant. And his main attacks are like punching you or slamming his fist on you. And you can parry that with your dinky little fist and knock his fist directly into his own face.
Okay, that's fucking hilarious. Just for that, I'm putting that up into the top of S tier. Get punched, idiot.
Next one, the green arm, is Whiplash. It's a grappling hook that lets you just fucking... You can stick it into enemies, and it will drag you to... It'll drag you to them if they're a big enemy. It'll drag the enemy to you if it's a small enemy. Or if it's like just a grapple point, then it'll drag you to it. The interesting thing with this fucker is that it just has a shitload of tech that really synergizes with the other weapons. For instance, the jackhammers. If you grapple onto an enemy, start getting pulled towards it, and then punch, you will detach from the grappling hook, but you'll move even faster than you would before, which means you can really quickly get up to max speed and hit them with a, like, one-shot fucking jackhammer hit. If you watch my jackhammer-only ultra kill video, that was, like, my main method of dealing damage was hooking onto somebody, pulling myself towards them, and then instant killing them with a jackhammer.
That's going top of SS tier. That is fucking great.
It's incredible. I love this
I love
thing.
grappling hook. And what's this thing?
That's the Knuckle Blaster. It's basically the other two arms. I mean, one of them you don't even like attack with. It's just the Whiplash. One of them is a parry. This thing is for raw damage. This thing, against like bigger targets, is not usually the best pick, but for small targets, it mulches them into a fine mist, and it has a secondary attack if you hold the punch button that causes an explosion, which also doesn't do too much damage, but it knocks everything back, including projectiles. And for certain enemies, like the weakest enemies in the game, Filth, it will kill them still. So what you can do is create a big like group of Filth by not killing them, and then hit one with your fist, and then hold it down to kill all of them instantly and just get an unbelievable amount of style points. Bonus points if you use a ground slam to knock them into the air, jump up, and then do the shockwave, and you'll get like 20 style bonuses called Fireworks, which will bring you almost immediately up to the maximum style bonus in the game.
That is going... I'll put that right below the funny oil gun.
It's really good. I like all the arms. They do everything right, I think.
All the weapons in this game just sound fucking cool. I've never even played it.
I think you should play it. I don't think you should, like, give a shit about doing P ranks or anything, but just playing through the game once, it's great.
It's like Doom, but, like, Doomier.
Truly. I think Doom Eternal, even if it wasn't intentional or, like, directly inspired, it very much feels like Ultra Kill had some hand in Doom Eternal's, like, design, because it has a lot more of this shit of, like, weapon and item synergy with each other.
Where's the super shotgun, though?
That's just shotgun swapping. There's a quirk that lets you hold the fire button while you have a shotgun out, and then click the swap weapon button, which allows you to bypass the reload animation of the shotgun and just shoot really fast. So you can basically shoot a shotgun every, like, third of a second.
That is... based?
And you can theoretically mix that with the shotgun swapping. Or not shotgun swapping, with the projectile boosting, that's parrying your own shotgun shells, to every, like, second punch or so, just shoot out an explosive.
You pull out a shotgun, you punch the pellets out of the air, and then you switch to another shotgun.
Punch the pellets out of the air again.
God, Ultra Kills is sounds like a fever dream, and I love it.
There's so much you can do in the game. Like, there's no real way to play it wrong. There's so many options. That's why
there is a way to play it wrong, and that's to not play it.
True. The game also has, like, some secret levels, so there's technically, like, I guess at least 3 things in the game that you could count as a weapon, but aren't on here because they're only in secret levels. One of the secret levels is a fishing mini game, so there's a fishing pole in there.
Triple S tier.
And then another one is, like, okay, the violence layer, which is the current, like, most recent available levels. Its whole theming is that the entire area is like completely white or completely black. So when you kill enemies, you like stain everything with blood, and it's like, oh look, cool contrast. You like dirtied up the area. The secret level starts out acting like a regular level, where you just kill a bunch of enemies, and then at the end it says clean up your mess, and then it gives you a fucking vacuum and a power washer and makes you clean up all the, like, specks of gore and every splatter of blood you made throughout the entire level.
That is also SS. That's also triple S. That's fucking hilarious. I fucking love this game. This game has a sense of humor, and I love it.
It's really good. Also, it has an angel, Gabriel, who calls you an insignificant fuck.
I know about Gabriel Ultrakill. He's the guy who says, what is it? It's like, in the name of God, in my name, God, praise be. And then he says, $6 shrimp special.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds like him.
Where is it? I need to find
Telling
it.
me a shrimp fried this rice?
This one, I found it. I found the video. You need to watch it. You need to watch it, and you need to share it with the class.
$6 shrimp special. Let me... Okay. It's on screen now. Let me make sure the audio will work. Audio. Capture from... No, that's bad. Oh no, that's like a double up on my mic. Let's delete that right the fuck now. I am really bad with OBS. Audio output capture, that's better.
Shrimp special.
Okay.
Sorry, it's $6 shrimp. Are you telling me a $6 shrimp is special?
I'm muting you for a second so I can actually hear this.
Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. $6 shrimp special!
Whatever the fuck that was.
Right?
You may speak.
I know, right? That was fucking comedy. $6 shrimp special.
The first recommended video is Go White Boy Go! Ultra Kill SFM animation.
Ultra Kill is a game I've never played, but it's one of those games that I haven't played that I don't have no interest in playing, but like I can still acknowledge it's extremely fucking base. Kind of like Helldivers 2 or like Deep Rock Galactic.
Honestly, we should play Deep Rock.
Deep Cock Galactic.
Cock and balls. Can I get a cock and balls?
Cock and balls.
I think it would be fun to play that game together. I think it would be your cup of tea.
Play it on the podcast and talk about
But, yeah, the famous podcast style where you just play video games together. If only there was a name for that type of content.
Nope.
Nope.
Government conspiracy. Government
Not real.
cover-up. Glass.
Glass.
I cannot read the word glass without thinking of Apollo saying glass,
Glass.
which has ruined me because my character in the tabletop game right now, his last name is Glass.
Rock. That's a book.
Paper.
That's a book. That's a
fucking
book.
love Apollo. Apollo was such a good bird.
I'm subscribed to the Apollo the Bird YouTube channel, and I get like in my subscription feed I get like their streams popping up, and just a couple days ago I saw like a stream highlight that they posted, and like the dude, it's like they're one of the people owning the channel fucking posed in a tree to get like a thumbnail, and he got attacked by wasps, so his eye was massive, incredibly swollen. He looked like this cacodemon right here, but just his eye.
His eye was spinning around in circles, showing it's cloaca.
It's succulent anus.
It's aqualac. I'm trying to combine like ocular and cloaca. It's not working out.
Aquacular.
There you go. Thank you.
Akram.
Akram from the hit game Terraria. And then he says it's Akraming time. When are we getting Akram's
jizzed all over the place? Did you just ask when we're getting Akram's razor?
Yeah, Akram's razor.
It's in the game, dipshit.
Fuck you.
It came free with your fucking Terraria.
No, it didn't. My Terraria didn't have it. I have the first Terraria ever.
I have the first edition. Never came out of the box. My first edition Quincy action figure.
I sure hope that nothing bad ever happens to it. What do you
blows
do
up Terraria with mind? My fucking pancakes.
My fucking Terraria. I remember seeing this fucking this video that just reminded of a fucking guy like throwing a square of cheese on his cat.
There's so many of those that doesn't narrow anything down.
Yeah, but like all of them.
Apparently people do that with their babies when they cry and it shuts up the baby.
Shut the fuck up, dumbass. Get cheese. It's just the fucking like scout sound effect he plays whenever he throws the fucking cleaver, but it's just like it's like fucking back.
Think fast, chuckle nuts.
It's like shuriken throwing that bitch onto the baby's face.
I also just recently learned the lore that Scout, when he's bonked, is canonically just dodging all the damage.
Yeah.
Me, when I fucking dodge an explosion that happened at my feet, and I'm still within this explosion's radius after it's done.
No, Scout just says...
And still take knockback from it.
Just says, no, that didn't hit me. That didn't hit me. Nuh-uh.
God. I have a shield that blocks explosions. He's literally a Michael. Scout is a Michael. I know his name's Jeremy, but he's a Michael. He's Jermichael.
Jermichael, he's fucking real.
This whole time.
So anyway, here's Wonderwall.
It's funny that we would compare J. Michael to a TF2 character when mentioning TF2 around him as a death sentence.
Yeah, you say the TF2 was...
It's Overwatch, but bad.
My brother in Christ, you play Genshin Impact. You have no opinion.
If your opinion involves anything with women who look like children, then I don't want to hear it.
V-Bug Fables.
Okay, but like I practically headcanon her as a child. She's a... Do not touch the bee.
Do not the bee.
Please do not the bee.
And
Me, if I the bee, gets hit by a fucking boomerang that instantly cracks my skull.
Good play it is. If you the bee, I will send you to God.
Read any good books lately?
Read any good books lately? Earlier I was skimming through an industrial catalog of like, stuff for like warehouses and stuff, just to like point out my brother and say, hey, we could use this. Do you think we could use a 16 pack of speed bumps here?
A 16 pack of speed bumps, just in case you need some extra.
What do you think? What do you think if we made a wise financial decision and bought this 32 pack of shelving units for $10,000?
Imagine all the Lego we could store on these shelves.
We could get a thing of 65 fire extinguishers.
We will never deal with fire for the rest of our lives.
We will be permanently
Extinguished.
fire retardant. We will be extinguished.
Yeah, we'll be another kind of retardant as well.
Why the fuck do you have so many fire extinguishers?
Oh.
Fire extinguishers are multi-tool. You could extinguish the fires and silence the haters. What's a hater gonna do if you just spray them with a fire retardant foam? I remember I was just reminded of one of my
Fill them up
one
with
of the
fire extinguisher foam like a cream puff.
and fucking stuffing a fucking one of those fucking a cream puff with fire retardant foam. would be
That
hilarious.
one video.
What one video?
If you know, you know.
I don't know. I don't think I want to know.
If you know, you know.
I was reminded of a time in one of J. Michael's games when he told me that there was no weapon in this warehouse, and I told him, "What about a fire extinguisher?" Because I just thought in the moment that beating someone upside the head with a fire extinguisher would be entirely reasonable. And he said no, so we got into an argument over fire safety.
Oh, we don't need one.
What do you mean you don't need a fire extinguisher? Jamie, I just want a fire extinguisher. I want to beat someone up with a fucking fire extinguisher.
The most convoluted motherfucker on the planet.
Fucking argument.
Just let your players have fun, god damn.
My brother in Christ, let your players have fun. It is not hard for you. It is not mechanically broken.
Improvise slightly.
My brother in Christ, this is a tabletop role-playing game. Let me role-play on the tabletop.
Do you have any closing words for our intrepid viewers who have lasted so long in this god-awful fucking podcast?
Drink your milk, stay in school, and don't do drugs.
You got that backwards. Drink your school, go to drugs, and don't do school. Did I say school twice? I think I said school twice. Whatever.
Drink your school, don't do milk.
Drink your drugs, or go to drugs.
My
like-
lamp is flickering. Why are you flickering? Am I about to have an electrical fire?
Go to drugs, I say. Ominous sting as CVS zooms on screen.
It's like I can just imagine like the camera panning over like a CVS. It just feels like the fucking Hell's Kitchen sound effect. Like the camera gets all shaky as it like zooms in on the side and it plays the fucking like violin screech.
The fucking Prowler theme. Like, have you ever seen those memes of just like Goku showing up on screen with like a really intense stinger?
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
Fuck Goku, man.
Goku's hilarious because I don't have to watch Dragon Ball.
Yeah, we can be like, haha, that's the funny guy, and then pretend he's from nothing else but memes.
Yeah, I can't believe they turned the guy from memes into a TV show. What the fuck?
I can't believe they fucking made memes out of that one guy from Smash Flash 2.
Holy shit! They turned the superhero based off a flying mammal from the Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny into a comic book. Did that not hit?
No. You're lame, and you're a nerd, and you suck.
I don't suck. I have a king-size bed, dumbass.
What the fuck? I only have a queen, and this bed has 2 people in it.
Yeah? Mine has one person in it. One nerd.
What do you need a king-size bed for?
So that when someone says, "Why do you have a king size bed?" I can say, she told me we'd be wed, and she picked out a king size bed. If I couldn't feel any,
Who is she, Rosalia?
I couldn't feel any better, or I'd be sick. So tell me quick.
What
Oh,
is
ain't
this?
that a kick? Tell me quick. Oh, ain't love a kick in the head.
I should know this clearly, but I'm just lost.
It ain't that a kick in the head by Dean Martin?
I suppose not. I'm extremely uncultured.
One guy be. I kissed her and she kissed
And the
me.
winged hussars arrived. Coming in, they turn the tide.
Everyone knows that the winged hussars have the tide turner equipped.
Oh God! What
They got
woman
mini-
jump
they got-
scare?
They got mini crits, and that's why they won. Everyone knows that the winged hussars are hybrid knights.
All great wars were won with Girarde.
War is won not on the battlefield, but first in the bathroom.
Man, you think he's going to the fucking bathroom for that? He's just doing that on the battlefield.
Well,
Quick, give me your canteen!
Girardi. Where do you? We found where Mason lives. Mason lives on 240. He's stashing his jars for sniper. We found where Mason is and where he's keeping all of his jars.
Mason and his brother Ball. Ball is life McCartney. LGBT stands for the Beatles. Lenham. What was it? Lenham, George Harrison Ford, Ball is Life McCartney, and the drummer. Old Tumblr posts for the fucking win.
Yeah, my favorite part of the LGBTQ people is when
They sing Hey Jude for like 5 minutes straight.
yeah. I have the only Beatles song I've ever heard is Yellow Submarine.
Really?
Yeah, I don't listen to the Beatles.
I've never gone out of my way to listen to them before, but I've at least heard Hey Jude.
You know what I've heard?
I've heard you, fuck chimps.
Nope. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
Well, you fuck a chimp.
No.
She has a jetpack. She's cooler than
No.
you.
No.
She's smarter than you.
Nuh-uh.
You have a degradation kink.
Nuh-uh. I am soft right now. I'm soft as a loaf of Wonder Bread right now.
I'll have you know, I automatically win this argument because my penis is flaccid.
It's a checkmate, Your Honor.
Check it out, Your Honor. I rest my case. I should stop this recording.
No, we should say all the incriminating stuff.
Oh yeah, like how there was no war in Ba Sing Se.